Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hey, what's up? Welcome back. How fun now? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. By the way, hey, as you can see, can you see that subscriber button? We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it if you do subscribe to my channel. Tell your friend to also subscribe. Like, let's tell everybody, let's get me to 1,000 subscribers, please. Okay, hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel this week. How are you? And how are you doing? How is everything? Wow, oh gosh. All right, so on today's YouTube video, I want to talk about something very important. Let me just say, I want to catch cruise, but not so cruise, but it's quite important, right? See, the English I spoke there, don't want to try me. All right, so the topic for this week is a question somebody asked me in our Wednesday anonymous message, and the person said that Toluwakemi, why are you still single, or why are you not married, or when I get it? The person wrote it somehow, and I don't have anything prepared. I just want to speak straight from my heart and share from my own experience. You know, why am I not married yet? By the grace of God, I'm privileged to have quite a number of friends who we were in pretty great together, we're in OAU together, that are married. Like, yo, this my people. Most of them are even with kids and all those good stuff, and it's very beautiful. I'm so happy for them, and I'm so excited for them. Now, Toluwakemi, you go what happen? Okay, so to start with, I'm going to say the first thing I want to say is that I believe that it was my fault. Note what I said, was my fault. You know, when you want to move on from something, you have to be able to accept, realize, and say and own up, you know, take responsibilities for what you could have done better, and then, you know, start doing better. Do you understand? So, you know, I sat down, I thought about it, and I came to a realization that it was actually my fault. And why am I saying that, or why did I say that? Let me explain. See, this is the way this relationship thing works. You know, for example, it is rooted in the home you are coming from. That's what I was saying. You know, I grew up in a very funny background, but grateful to God. And you know, there was just this kind of mindset that funny enough, the first mindset I had about marriage was that I didn't need, like, I don't need a man, sincerely, because my mom did a very beautiful job as a single parent, that I felt like you don't need a man in your life. So that was the first mindset I had. Now, from that mindset, I upgraded to saying, I don't need to get married, that I just need a child, and that was all. Did you see? So all these things are rooted in mindset. So these were the kind of mindset I had when I was growing up. Funny enough, nobody told me about this mindset. It was just me picking them from things I was seeing. You know, I really didn't grow up seeing good marriages and all like that. I used to think that good marriage is a fluke, like, but those are what I saw. And without knowing, I was conditioning my mind with them, left and right. You know, subconscious conditioning is very important. And that mindset had now upgraded to the part where I started telling myself I must get it right in marriage. You know, I was now attending GLT. I was seeing Pastor Shegun and Pastor Funke Obade celebrating things like 7 years, 5 years. And I was like, are these people joking? You're staying with a boy, a man, for 5 years, 6 years. I was like, how this thing they work? You know, Then my mindset started shifting, started rearranging. As at then, I saw good marriage as a possibility, but I never accepted that it was a possibility. Understand what I'm saying? I saw it as a possibility. I was seeing it in church. I was seeing people getting married. I was seeing Pastor Shegun, Pastor Lamide, I was seeing everybody, right? But I was not accepting. So there's a difference between you seeing something where couple goals, and there's a difference between you saying this can also be my reality. Do you get? So I was seeing it, but I was not accepting it. That was another issue. And then I went through that era, and then there was now an era of it is possible, but I was still afraid that I was not going to marry right. Exactly. Like, I was still afraid about the fact that I was not going to marry right. So you will hear me say things like, that I don't want to miss it in marriage. I will say things like that, but I was saying it from a place of fear and not a place of awareness. I was saying that I don't want to miss it in marriage. I was saying it from a place of fear. And see, I'm just talking to you straight from my heart. Just accept it like that. And this thing, it just started, and I remember very, very vividly. I think it was in 2017 or 2018, right? Then I saw a particular couple that got married. They said it was God's will. This. And it looked to me, it looked like they were struggling, right? I was not like that. I said, so what can she God's will? God's will, no, to that you don't struggle. What is going on? Then, so I just decided to work. And then in school, though I'm still going to do another video about my secondary school, my university boyfriends. I feel like I'm going to do a video on it. They will assess me like that, And then I went through a series, and then I think it was in part 1 in 2014. This one is a different video. I'm going to share it in a different video. But in 2014, this was the first time I knew it that there was something intentional about my marriage, and there was something God-oriented about my marriage, about the person I'm going to get married to. It was vividly in that 2014. I knew that marriage was not just any kind of marriage for me. I knew it was going to be a God-ordained one in 2014. But still, no, I was scared. I was very, very afraid. I was scared. Fear. God. See, the easiest way to get out of fear is knowledge. I'm going to be releasing a video soon, or I would have released it safe. I called it Fear and Everything in Between. You should watch that video. See, the easiest way to overpower fear, let me use overpower fear, is knowledge. So now, it was now going, it was a circle. I dated a guy in part 1, we broke up. I served breakfast, by the way. I served breakfast, and then again in part 3, again I got involved with a particular guy in part 3 again, and it was like God was telling me, "Iwo mo yi, mo sọ fún ẹ pé marriage is not just any kind of something for you. Break it up." So I served another breakfast in part 3 to another another woman's son. Another somebody's son. But see, the beautiful thing about it is that all the breakfast I served, all well and good, we are all still fine right now. Yeah, like to buy one tag God, you'll be like, what's happen? That's how it is now. So, and then I started moving. Then there was something Pastor Toluwakemi, there was something he said. I think it was 2017 or 2018. There was something he said in one particular ministry meeting that night, that he said that if you keep telling yourself, I'm afraid of getting married, I'm afraid of missing it, and you do not gather knowledge, gather understanding about the subject matter, that thing will happen to you exactly as you have been saying it. Ori mi sọ pé what? Then that was when I started. So there was this particular guy then in I don't know 2018 or 2019, one of the two. But this one was 2019. Yeah, I remember. I met this particular guy and we were friends. I was a professional crusher. If there's anything like that, I was a mo crush you. I was a professional crusher, So I crushed on this particular guy and we met. We started talking. We're in a talking stage. You know the way Christian brothers do. Watch my Christian brother video. Don't let any Christian brother to serve you breakfast though. Serve him first before you allow him to. But you understand what I'm saying? Just watch the video. So I met him, we're talking, and this is something. I am hairy. My brother too is very, very hairy. My mom too is hairy. I'm hairy in my hand and in my leg. I'm very, very hairy. Now, my leg is not smooth. So, but I used to, and this was when I was walking through my self-awareness. I started my self-awareness journey. I started falling in love with my body, with my voice, with the kind of person that I am. I started falling in love with me. This was when I started my journey, my self-awareness journey. 2019 was a very, very important year for me. And this guy, I said, this is why I don't like cooking for boys, but I've forgiven myself in that aspect. So I've moved on. And he came to my room that day. He ate, he enjoyed himself, and then we started talking. Started doing all this unnecessary talking, and then he said something that he does not like hairy girls, and I was like, yo, what? And he said that somebody like me now, that I will have to shave the hair on my leg and arm, that he does not like hairy girls. That why will you be hairy? That is the guy that should be hairy. Sorry, ibenye. If there's something like control us delete happened immediately. I was like, what? If I to be another kind of babe now, that babe might show up the next day in church or something, shaved. Funny enough, one of the things that I love so much about myself is the fact that I am hairy. Mo like it, pa. Mo like it, pa. I even have baby. Mo like it, pa. You understand? So the guy said that, and immediately I was like, nah. And then I felt God talk to me that day that when it is time, I'm something that will bring him. Focus. I said, okay. So we're moving on. Funny enough, if you've watched my Christian brother gist, right? If you watched my Christian brother gist, there was also this particular guy I was liking. There was no issue. I liked the guy. He was a good guy. But beautiful enough, he's a good guy. He's one of my friends. I was liking him and all those good stuff. But we never dated. That's another thing that you have to understand, is that until a guy says, will you, with his mouth though, not with actions though, with his mouth, do not assume anything. So he never told me anything, but me, as at then, I was assuming. But Kasha move on. It didn't work out. He never asked me. And that was beautiful, because I'm even grateful he never asked me, because funny enough, if he had asked me, I feel like as at then I would have said no. Yeah, I feel like as much as I wanted to be in a relationship with him, I feel like I would have said no. Because even as at then, I had this imposter syndrome. Whoa, a lot of things still see me. Watch other videos to know more. So, and then, then 2019 came. I was super focused on myself. Like, the rate at which I focused on myself in 2019, it accelerated my growth. Like, more skyrockets. I was not interested in any relationship. There was this particular guy I also met in 2020. We were already getting close. This guy is a very good guy. Right now, he's one of my good friends. He's a good guy. But I knew I was already going Mo ti máa ṣe tán. You know, I told you I was a professional crusher. Mo ti máa ṣe tán. So immediately, me, all those things there, it does not affect me. I called him, guy, what is going on? Immediately I asked, and he said, oh, funny enough, and he said, well, I actually like you, but not in that way. I just like the fact that we could talk business, we could do this, we could do that. You see the reason why you should ask. And I love the fact that he was sincere and open. That's one of the things I respect so much about him. And he said, oh, I actually have somebody that I'm interested in. Great. I entered the cheerleading squad fast. I cheered him on, and beautifully enough, the babe said yes to him. Those are one of the weddings. In case you are watching this video, we fight. If I'm not part of the groomsmen, we fight. But move on, Sha. And then I started. Then in 2020, I encountered. In 2020, my parents gave me birthday gifts. They gave me, I think my mom gave me 20,000 or 15,000 naira as birthday gifts. I can't remember, Sha, one of the two figures. And instead of me to use it to do birthday, I went to use it to register for DDK's Immense Inner Circle course. I tell you, I kid you not. Whoa. I kid you not. I went to use it to register for a course, and that course changed my life. That course is why I am here today. That course changed my life. So I registered for that course. Funny enough, when I registered for the course, me participate that. Come and see, I was not begging God for mercy. Oluwa, mercy. But funny enough, and I got a scholarship to retake the course. When I got that scholarship, there's nothing you can tell me. Data, I was the number of data I was doing. There were days that I would be hungry. My jokoti. I will use money to do data, and I will be hungry. I think those are I was staying alone. So I did not care. Maybe it's me and my food. So I eat once. I think even till now, I still do it now. That was when I started eating once a day. Like I already had a schedule. My journey about 12 here. So by that 12 to like 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, I will gather together. You understand? So in the night, I'll just take Gary. If it's possible for Gary to grow. And one of the things I love so much about my mom, no matter what, two things my mom can never, like, that woman, she will give you Gary like okpolokpo. my mom is professional in that one. She will give you Gary. My mom and food stuff 5 and 6. She'll give you Gary. She'll give you rice please. So there's no amount of I'm hungry. There will always be Gary in the house. There's no amount of I'm hungry. Gary mawa. Gary go day. So you go chop Gary. Do you understand? So, and then in 2021, and I went to serve. And you would have heard me say this before, that I am very, very future oriented in thinking. And then I'm going to talk about this later on. I'm going to do a particular video about this later on. And then I entered into an anxiety stage during NYS. I started thinking about it, that all my friends are married. Come and see, the pressure came. I was getting IV in my DMs literally every time. My friends were getting married. They were sending me IV, and here am I, still still serving. They finished serving. Something happened with my education. I'll talk about it later. I'll do a video about it later. Something happened about my education that made me be 2 years made me, like, they were ahead of me with 2 years. Do you understand? So the gist is funny. And then in 2021, I anxiety, I started getting depressed. And then I spoke with a friend, Toluwakemi. She's one of my very beautiful babe. I look forward to doing a video with her one day. And then she talked to me and she said, do not let the devil take your joy, focus on yourself. And then boom, I started doing that. Focused 2021 Monfo. Myself was my so I focused on myself in 2021. I started growing myself again. I started doing everything. Just watch the video I'm going to upload to explain all this. I started doing all that. I started doing all that, and then like I said, don't forget, one of the ways there was still this tiny bit of fear in me, right? And then it just dawned on me that this thing you are so afraid of, what is it exactly? I said it's marriage, relationship. And then I asked myself a question: what do you actually want in a man? And sincerely, guy, babe, I did not know. So I said, okay, I'm going to embark on a journey of reading, getting to know about it. Shebi, you will say, since I made all these observations, I will go into it immediately. No, I did not do. Because I was still afraid. Then in 2022 came, and in the month of May, I made myself a promise on my birthday that I will do whatever is possible to make sure I become a better person for myself. So I started this reinvention. So I started reinventing myself. So I would intentionally do things, put myself through things, listen to a podcast, do this, watch this video. So I was doing this for me, but not in the aspect of relationship. But not in the aspect of relationship. So I was doing it for me, just to grow. But I was not doing it in the aspect of relationship. So in May, I was in Ife throughout May, and then it got to a time that I needed to leave Ife. My brother called me and said, go back home, this, since you are not working I'm going to do a video on the reason why I'm not working, and then I went back home. Funny enough, before then, I came home in March. I was still serving then, and my dad and I had a sit down, we talked, and my dad said that what do I want to do after NYC, kiniko, when am I going to get married? And my dad and I spoke, and that's one of the things I'm very, very grateful to God for. Like, it's like he gave me a father that listens, you understand? Like, and then my dad was like, and I told my dad that I'm not in an hurry to get married, this. And the way my dad just accepted, and he just said, okay, do you? And it's supernatural. It's normal something. It's not me. I don't know any trick. It's God. And my dad accepted. I spoke with my mom also. As in, my mom too was so open, and she just said, I'm not rushing anybody. My own is that my joy, and she was like, her own joy is that she wants to be able to see and know that my brother and I, we can take care of ourselves without her help, that she does not want anybody to be coming to her to collect money, that after sincerely, it was not natural. It's God. I'm not going to lie. It was God. Yes, of course, I prayed about these things. I no go pray. I prayed, I fasted, so. And then, both of them agreed. When I spoke with my brother, that was like, oh Mario, it's your life. That's my brother for you. But then, I moved on. I started saying, okay, what exactly do I want to do? Then, in the month of June, I was praying one day. This I want to tell you. I was praying one day. I was privileged to be part of this coaching session, mentoring session with one of my very, very amazing people, and then she started taking us through messages, teachings, and there was this particular message she sent, and Pastor talked about relationship. As Apostle Shegun Bade talked about relationship, and sincerely, I was not even interested in the relationship part, but it was like there was light on it. Boom, boom, boom. So that day I was just praying, 1 hour prayer regiment. I was just praying, and then I just said a statement. I call forth my marriage. I was like, what? What are you calling forth? I'm not ready to get married though. And then I sent her a message that, Mama, this happened when I was praying. And she said, Toluwakemi, now is the time to start preparing for marriage. And I was like, oh boy, this thing they come. And then, I said, okay, how do I prepare, ma? And she said, start listening to messages, start reading books, whatever the Lord prompts you to do, start doing it. I said, okay, shall we, gentlemen, shall we? And then, I was now thinking of the various books to read, See, I'm going to be sharing these resources with you. If you know you want to get married or you would love to get married one day, please check out these resources. I started saying, okay, the Lord took me to Pastor Kingsley and Mildred Okonkwo. So I started watching their videos. About marriage, relationship, how to get it right. I started watching it. And there's that Pastor Kingsley, I'm still going to buy all of his books by the grace of God. There was one he did with, there was a video he did with Pastor Poju's wife. I think her name is Temi. Pastor Poju's wife, that he did manual, that he talked about the man. And one of the things I love so much about Pastor Kingsley is the fact that it is balanced. Most of the churches, you will go for a relationship seminar, and all they will be doing is they will be talking about the lady should do this, lady should do this. They don't talk about the guys, and I love the fact that he has a balanced perspective. If you want to truly understand a man, go and watch his videos. I started watching his videos, started watching the wife's videos. I started watching and equipping myself, and then boom, the best resource the Spirit of the Lord shared with me is reading I Am Married by Pastor Debola Deshikurume. Oh my God, that book revolutionized my life. I wanted to sit down and just read the book at once, but Spirit of God said, nah, dedicate 45 minutes daily to reading this book. And I've been reading that book since July. Yes, for almost 2 months now. I've been reading that book since July, and I just dedicate 45 minutes every day to reading it. While reading it, instructions will come. While reading it, I started writing out confessions about God's son. While reading it, I started writing out confessions about my children. When you are reading it, also buy this book, Kingdom of Words. Yes, start declaring words, start prophesying. There's some few things that I know about my marriage right now. I know about the person I'm going to get married to. I know I'm not going to have a long courtship. Nah, it's not going to be a long courtship. It's going to be somebody that is my friend. I know all these things. And I will just wake up one morning, and then I'll just find a particular couple on Instagram, and then I will just watch their videos, and things like this. People just keeps bringing things like this. Keeps bringing it to me. I started praying for my pregnancy stage. I started praying for my home. I started praying for my mother-in-law. Ah, gosh. See, my husband is going to the way my mom and my husband, the two of them together, I know they will be friends, and I'll not allow them to put me into it, because my mom has this thing where my mom is a very friendly person, and I had this knowing in my heart that she and my husband are going to become friends, and that's one of the things that I know for sure that I'm going to benefit a lot. And I sincerely start declaring words over my own mother-in-law too, because my mom is a very great person, and as much as possible I'd love for her to also have a in-law of that is great too. It's like that. There are just some things that. So when am I getting married? I don't know when I'm getting married, but I know that there is marriage in God's plan for me, and whenever He says it is time, oh my God, yeah. And I'm going to be a very, very joyful and a happy bride. Y'all should look out for that. Yes, I'm going to be very, very joyful and a happy bride. And I'm going to make sure that as much as possible I enjoy. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to. I enjoy my wedding day, and then I'm already sending words ahead of my marriage, and and as much as possible. So everybody's time is different. There's this thing I even want to do. I look forward to doing in 2023. I look forward to having to having dates with couples. Like, I just want to take my friends that are couples, I just want to take them out on a date, and they just talk to me about how the relationship was, how the marriage is, and they'll just, I just want them to inspire me through their journey. I get inspired like that through people's journey. I don't need to inspire me. It's something I look forward to doing. I know it's going to cost me money, right? But I look forward to doing it, and I know I'm going to do it. I know I'm going to do it before my marriage. It's kind of a seed I would love to sow before my marriage. It's something that is heavy on my heart, and I would love to do it. Just take them out, just hit with them, let's just talk, and then they just give them that relaxation time. And I'm not going to vlog it. That's the funny thing. I don't think I want to vlog it. I just want it to be a me moment. I might just come back to vlog my lessons from them, but I'm not going to vlog it. I'm not going to, because I want them to be comfortable. I want them to be able to speak to me from their heart, and I want to learn from them. Yeah, I guess that's just it. That's just it. So if you are there, maybe you're a guy that's currently watching this, and there's a particular babe you like. I'm not going to say shoot your shot or don't shoot your shot. I'm just going to say, are you your spec? So before you say, oh, this baby is this, because the guys I've met, one of them told me that I'm a tomboy, that he cannot date me because I'm a tomboy, that if I want to be in a relationship with him, I will have to stop being a tomboy. Another one said I have to shave. I don't think all those things are relevant in picking one for you. I don't think so, because you shouldn't need to change me just because you claim to love me. I don't believe that. Another one was telling me, another one was sex. If we have to have sex. We have to be having sex in the relationship. Or he said, if I'm not going to have sex with him, then I have to make sure that give him that openness, that opportunity to be able to have sex with other people. And I'm like, yo, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Another guy I met is, oh, you are too smart for me. And I'm like, do you want a dumb person? You're too smart for me. Another guy I met was that I'm not going to be submissive. Hello, really? See, you want to start a masterclass on submission. That one is a different thing. But I just believe so much that if he is yours, he is yours. So it's not a matter of you as a man. That is why, see, I believe strongly that it takes two old people to come together to get into a marriage. It takes two old people. If I am doing my job to be old, you gotta have to be doing your job to be whole. So you don't have to even grow because you want to be in a relationship. Grow for yourself. I'm that kind of person. Grow for yourself. Do you understand? So I know for sure that I'm going to be doing a lot of things, a lot of projects, a lot of this, a lot of that. I have the tendency to always be out there. I know all these things. But it doesn't stop, because I believe that as a woman, marriage is also a ministry. Marriage is a ministry. I know that for sure. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to be, well, I don't even need to be justifying anything to anybody. I believe and I know that when it is time, the Lord will tell me. He will alert me. And if it is him, he will alert me. And I know that the person that will husband me is not going to be a coward. He's not going to be somebody that is like, oh, I was scared of talking to you. Why will you be scared? Where the excuses guys give, it can be heartbreaking, it can be so stupid sometimes, but for me, I'm not even going to wait. That's just one thing. And this is what I'm going to close with. If you are single out there, just be focused on delighting yourself with the Lord. I love that Bible verse so much. It says, delight yourself in the Lord. Through that delighting in yourself with the Lord, you're going to become Beulah. Do you understand? So just focus on delighting yourself in the Lord. So that's what I'm focused on. I'm babe, guy, focused on delighting myself with the Lord. If it is time. The Lord himself will say, my, oh yeah, focus, change gear to gear 2, I know that for sure. So I'm just going to be patient right now. Funny enough, right now I'm not even pressured, and I'm super grateful for my parents for that. My mom is even, sometimes I see my mom, the way my mom even tries to shield me from other people's pressure. I love it so much. And whenever she does something like that, I just keep quiet. People like, we're in some place and somebody just asks a question, she's like, you don't do what mothers do. And I just keep quiet because I've seen my mom shield me from people's pressure, people's expectations. And I just love that she loves me enough to be able to do that to me. And I'm just happy. And I'm just happy enjoying that right now. So that's it. That's the end of today's video. All right, so please, if you watch to this end, I want you to drop something in the comment section. I want you to be able to know people that actually watched till the end. Just drop in the comment section of go get it, girl, get it, girl. Just put something like that so I can know that you actually finished the video. Thank you so much for watching, and till I come your way next time, have a good day, take care of yourself, and don't forget to grow for yourself, because that's the most important thing. When all is said and done, how well are you growing? You get? Hey. Alright guys, that's it. That's it. That's it of my video. Bye.